going to start our very first chapter of a subject, that is PPS. This subject, Programming for Problem Solving, contains 10 modules and the subject has a total credits of 4. The most weighted chapter of this subject is Arrange String, which contains 13 marks. Introduction to Computer and Programming contains 11 marks. Control Structure in C contains 11 marks and Functions contains 11 marks. All these weightage are according to the GTU syllabus, that is end semester examination all the GTU students give. So this programming for problem solving subject is related to C programming. The most basic to advanced level C programming you will be learning this subject. So let's start a very first chapter of the subject. So the first module of this subject PPS is Introduction to Computer and Programming. First of all, in this module you will be introduced to what is a computer and basic term related to it and how the internal system of a computer works, and after that we will jump into the programming world. So let's begin. So the first of all, the topics to be covered in this video will be introduction to the computer and programming, basic block diagram of computer, functions of various components of a computer, concept of hardware and software, types of software, compiler and interpreter, concept of machine level, assembly level, and high level programming, flowcharts and algorithm. So that's in this video we are going to only learn the first 3 topics of this introduction, basic block diagram and function of various components computer, which is included in this basic block diagram. So very first of all, introduction to computer. So the computer is a very basic term which all you have heard since. So a computer is a machine that can be programmed to carry out sequence of arithmetic or logic operation. This is most important, that is it can carry out a sequence of arithmetic or logic operation automatically. That is arithmetic operation includes subtraction, addition, division, multiplication. Logic operation includes a boolean expression whether it is true or false. So it is a machine that can do this type of work automatically. That is, we have to just program for once, and rest part it gives us every time access to this type of operations. So modern digital electronic computers can perform generic sets of operation known as program. So in this modern world, the programmers program a computer in such a way that it can do our work very easier in a generic sets of operations. There is a well-defined sets of operation which it will be performed for us. A computer system is nominally complete computer. So in here the computer system is defined that it is a complete computer that includes hardware, software and the operating system which is needed for whole operation of the computer. So hardware includes the mouse, keyboard, monitor, etc. Operating system like Windows, which is very familiar to us. Software are many software which we use in the daily basis in our laptop or personal computers. So next, the programming. Programming is a process of performing a particular computation, usually by designing and building an executable computer program. So the programming is a process of performing a particular computation. Computation is meant by a sequence of steps which the computer will perform when the program is called, usually by designing and building an executable computer program. Designing means design how it will work, and building an executable. Building means to develop that design in a code of a computer program. Hey guys, welcome. So till now we have learned the basic concept of programming in a computer. Now let's begin with the block diagram of computer. So the basic block diagram of computer consists of a CPU, input devices, output devices and a memory unit. The CPU consists of control units, arithmetic or logic units. The memory unit is also divided into further, that is a primary memory and a secondary memory. So first of all, let's start our discussion with the input devices. So the input devices includes the computer monitor, mouse, keyboard, etc., which is used for inserting the data in the computer. Then the CPU. The CPU is known as the brain of computer, and it's known as central processing unit, which consists of control units and arithmetical or logical units. So the control unit is used to control the process of a program or a process which a computer is running in it, and the memory unit is required to store a particular data in which it comes from an operation which are CPU performing for a program. And output devices includes the devices which returns the output from a given input. So let's take an example of calculating your age from the current year, subtracted by the year you born. So first of all, this program will let you insert your birth date, age, and then it will be subtracted from the current year. So first of all, the control unit will be send controls to the input device, which will take your birth date as input, and then this current year will be uh, accessed by your computer, and the arithmetic unit will share all the controls which will perform the subtraction of the current year to the birth date year you have entered. So the memory unit will first of all take small block for the current year, and your birth date year the another block. The arithmetic logic unit will perform the subtraction of both, and the result of that subtraction will be stored in the memory unit, and that your age will be sent to the control unit, and the control unit will be sent to it to the output device, and your age will be calculated this how. See the definition of these parts. Okay? So first, CPU, that is known as central processing unit. The CPU is a brain of a computer containing all the circuitry needed to process input, storage of data, and output result. So the CPU is known as the brain of computer, which contains all the circuitry, means it contains all the parts that is need to process the input of the data, storage of a data, and corresponding output of a data. So the control unit, which is also a part of a CPU. So a control unit CU is a part of a computer central processing unit that interprets the instruction in a program and directs the operation of a processor and other units. So first of all, it will interpret the instruction in a program. That is, it will read all the instruction in the program and directs the operation of a processor and other units. So it will read all the operation in a stepwise and directs the operation for a processing. So arithmetic logical unit, ALU, it is responsible for performing arithmetic and logical function or operation. So ALU is like a circuitry which is used for arithmetic or logical operations. The arithmetic operation includes subtraction, division, multiplication, and all the basic arithmetic operations. And the logical functions include the Boolean type of function, whether it is true or false. Memory unit. So as the name suggests, this is unit can store the instruction, data, intermediate result. So this unit is for a storage purpose. So memory is the one related to the storage of data. So it will store the instruction, data, and the intermediate result, which will form in the processing any program. The memory unit is responsible for transferring information to other units of a computer when needed. For let's take example, when you need any address of a particular data, so the memory unit will be send the address to your path that this item is at this location. So that information or data will be stored in the memory unit. It is also known as internal storage unit or main memory or primary storage or random access memory, as all these are storage devices. So the memory unit consists of a primary memory and secondary memory. These both are the part of memory unit. Primary memory includes RAM, ROM, cache memory, PROM, EPROM. These are known as programmable ROM, that a programmer can program this type of ROM. EPROM is erasable programmable ROM, that you can erase the data and also reprogram it, registers, etc. Secondary memory includes hard disk, floppy disk, USB, etc.